middle class. It's not all the super wealthy.
Forget that.
Right.
Think
It's true.
about this. Our housekeeper cleaned our house 3 days a week. My parents' house 2 days a week for my whole life. She now has no job because there's no house to clean. Claudio, our gardener, who comes twice a week and does multiple houses on the block, he has no job. So there's what? Thousands of houses with no gardeners, no housekeepers who had, like we paid good. They loved us. We loved them back. But it's like just simple things like that. The nail shop that did my nails is gone. Like Rosie's Nails that I've been going and getting my manicure, pedicure, gone. These people aren't rich people. They came all the way from wherever. Like people just think that like, oh, all Tom Hanks and, freaking Leighton Meister and all these people, like there's a lot of people, we've been in the Palisades before it was the crazy rich Palisades. We got in
You grew up
9
there.
years ago. Also, and my parents got in 30 years ago when the house was 400 grand,
I don't want to. I don't even want to ask because I don't want to stress you guys. But like, the house that burned, your house that burned down. Like, if you were to sell it, would somebody even buy it for what it was worth?
No way. We're going to build on it. Our next door neighbor who told us they had a fireproof house, he was an architect. His house is in perfect shape. He could be in it right now. I was there today, his barbecue. So we're going to build a mini version of a fireproof house for our kids. Like
There's not even a flame on it.
it's
unbelievable.
perfect. It looks like he just had his house detailed. Every house is burned down on the whole block, and his house.
What made his house fireproof? How did he do that?
He's some genius architect, like crazy. I'll send you the photo. You won't even believe it. It's insane. So we're gonna have him do our rebuild.
But you have to have the funds to do that.
That's why we're battling right now. We're daily league D1 number one.
Is this going to be enough? I don't know.
I mean, if TikTok doesn't got banned, we got a year to go.
And we have a minimum from the insurance.
From California Fair Plan.
So we'll take the minimum.
So California Fair Plan is like the bootleg insurance.
Is it through the state of California?
Yes, but we're on it, so it's enough to like it's something. It's not what if we still had farmers, we'd be like, here's $700K to like live a nice life while you're waiting.
But then like everything about it's just so I understand. I mean, I'm just a big empath. I'm at a loss for words, and you are the ones who lost. But just other people, everybody. I can't even. It's going to be all of these homes, like over in that area, like hundreds of homes, and like all trying to. I don't know how it'll work.
Thousands.
And what
of
you
them.
said is so true. Like all my friends that live in the Palisades, none of them are rich. They're all really hardworking, middle class people who have bought their houses years ago, who are
Or have
working
mortgages,
So hard. Like none of my friends are rich that live there. They all just work really hard. Everyone's pinching pennies to live there to try to get their kids to go to the public school that's there. That's gone. The public school's gone. Everything.
Well, your kid's school's gone too. I saw you watching that on the news. What's going to happen with school? Have they said anything?
It's on Zoom now.
No, it's devastating. The whole school. That's one of the reasons we live there and we pay the taxes to be there. And it's like, well, we're not paying for private school. We're paying for taxes to go to this public school. That's amazing. That's beautiful. And it's like the whole community is gone. That's what people are understanding. Like our lives are gone. Everything is gone. It's not just like our house. Our house is gone, but our lives are gone. Our community is gone. Our friends' lives, everything is just gone. It's like, it's devastating for so many people. Like our sons' friends are gone. Everything is just like.
The craziest thing is like we had to apply to preschool where Gunnar went to preschool. We had to apply for Riker's preschool, and Heidi's like, I hope he gets in. I hope he gets in. The preschool, the Methodist Church preschool, is flattened. There's no preschool. I went to preschool there when I was a kid. Like that's how old it is. Like I went to preschool there. Gunner went to preschool. It's gone. There's no preschool anymore. It's dirt.
And you weren't. I don't remember. I saw Heidi's video of the few things she was able to take. You really weren't able to take much of anything.
We didn't think it was really going to burn down because, like, I was up on the hill at 10:30 a.m. when whoever started this fire, because it was definitely started. So there's no electrical wires where this was. 100% arson. I'll take that to the grave. I was watching it, and they had two planes, and they were hitting it, and it was all good. And then, it's not a conspiracy. People say there was a flight restriction for Biden to fly in. All the planes were gone. They said the fire department said it was too windy. I was standing there right where they were flying. The wind did not change from 10:30 to when they left. And the second these planes left, it comes over the hill. So, like, I was like calling Heidi, like, we're good. They got it up on this hill. They're hitting it with the retardant. They got the water planes. But then once they flew away, it was a wrap. And then no fire truck came. Keep in mind, we've lived there for 8 years on that street, and the firemen would come and they do drills on our street. We live next to a water reservoir. They'd hook up to it. They put their things, their hoses. They never came. I went today. The gate was still locked. Where they unhooked to like hook, it was still locked. They never came. I watched on my security cameras until our house burned down. There's no fire trucks. I'm calling 911. I'm like, hey, one fire truck on this hill could stop it coming down the whole area. One truck. And they're like, sorry, we don't have the assets.
The news, there was a news conference today with the mayor, and a journalist from CBS asked that specific question, like, where were the firefighters? Is there anything in the last 24 hours, anything positive that has come across your mind?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to sue the state of California. My buddy's dad just beat Edison with, like, for the Woolsey fire. I messaged him. I already have like 100 friends who lost their house. We're going to do a class action suit because, like, there's no water in the fire hydrants. And the chief of fire lady on the news, like, well, they're not supposed to fight this many fires. Like, well, maybe they should have been. What's the point of fire hydrants if everyone's on fire? There's no water in them. They're like, they're air assets. Well, you know, it's windy in California and you know the air assets aren't going to work. So if the fire hydrants don't have water in them, that seems like we paid all this money in taxes. I mean, Heidi and I would be rich if we didn't pay California taxes. So
why are you wanting to stay there then? Isn't this could be a good opportunity to move somewhere else?
We may move to Arkansas. My friend has a big property in Arkansas and he keeps texting me. So we may move to Arkansas.
Or you guys can come to Las Vegas. I was telling Heidi.
We just watched Vegas Vacation with Chevy Chase, and I told Heidi I would literally turn into Chevy Chase and like be a gambling addict and lose every dollar.
No, we don't need that.
Yeah,
The other thing with the fire is Gunnar had 104 fever for 3 days in a row. Like, I was about to go to the hospital. I just had him at his doctor, so I was already in panic mode because I hadn't slept in 3 nights. I've been up with my son. I had to wake him up at 2 a.m. every morning to get him in the bath to cool his temperature down so it didn't go higher. Like, before that, he was so incredibly sick. So I have this kid on the couch that I'm worried is like going to go to the hospital because he's so sick. I have my other kids sleeping and I'm just like worrying so much about my son, thinking he's like severely sick. And it's like, when the fires came and I just couldn't even comprehend everything going on, it was just like so much. So I was already in like panic mode about my child. So sick, he couldn't even move. He's like desperately crying. I have him on my back. I have my son on the front. Like, it just was so hard to even like get them to the car. And, I was just so worried about him. So the timing was just like really hard with that. And it just was a lot, and obviously we're really thankful that we're healthy and we're safe. And like, I do believe in the depths of my heart that God uses everything for good. And I don't know why, and I don't know how. And we're obviously in the more fortunate side where we can come to a place and have food and have water. And I know that this world is so hard and not everybody gets that. And so we are thankful to be where we are. And it's not like we're overlooking anyone else's losses or anyone else's things that they're going through, because that's not what this is about, and it's not a comparison, but this is just our story of what we're going through right now. And obviously we want to help other people in any way that we can, but we're just, it really makes me just thankful for everyday life. It's like anything can happen. Like, thank God the world's still existing. We can go to another town and there's food and water. Like, what if an asteroid just hit? What if anything just happened? Like, thank God it's still existing and we're still like able to come somewhere and recoup,
And I just saw at another press conference that now they're really, it's 10 people confirmed dead because of all the fires in Los Angeles. And it sounds cliched and silly, but you guys made it out.
Yeah.
And the kids are there, and your parents are there, and
Like my friend, like all my friends, buddy in Malibu, he died trying to save his house, like holding the hose, that one guy. And I said, all my mutual friends are like, I'm not from Malibu, but all my Malibu friends are posting him because they're all Malibu people with him. But I guess he died like holding his hose, trying to save his house. And I was screaming at my dad, who's 70 something years old, who definitely has like PTSD and like loved ones, because he was trying to save his house
and our
house. And I have him on my security camera. I'm screaming at him, get out of there. And he's got this little hose, no water coming out, trying to put this fire out. And it's like, he's like, this is everything,
Wait. So there were no fires in the hydrants or in your dad's hose either?
No, the water was coming out like,
they like cut off the water. It was gone.
Like spit. You could have spit at this fire better. I was screaming. I'm like, you're not going to freaking put it out, Dad. And like, he's like, I'm doing great. I'll send you a photo. You're going to be like,
Pause. What number are you at now?
Oh no, it's going to take a couple days. These people are so good.
We got to get Spencer number 1.